Welcome back. If you're new here, my name is Megan. Welcome. Thank you so much for being here. I am doing a video that is special to me because I was included in a collaboration with Lorraine Johnson Coleman. She did a Warrior Queens challenge over on Instagram, and that is called Gothuary. Basically, this is the time of year after the high of the holidays and the glitz and all the fun, and it's kind of, you kind of get those winter blues at the beginning of the year. I can't complain too much because it has been cooler here in Central Florida, but we still have our warm days, we still have the sunshine, so we're not dealing with freezing cold temperatures or snow or anything like that. But I am from up north, so I do understand how it can feel being in the winter. So this is kind of let's take that kind of gloomy feeling and let's turn it into some glam. So today I will share a picture of the inspiration photo, and as you can see, it is the dark dead trees with that pretty blue in the background. So I am going to do a look with similar colors to try and create something that is inspired by that look. So if you're interested, let's get started. All right, we're going to bring you in close, and you may have noticed that my background has changed. I'm very excited. I think it definitely brightens up the space, and it definitely gives me a lot more storage, which is one of the things that I was in need of. Yeah, I'm super excited about it. I love it. So I do have a little bit of face makeup on right now. It's kind of been on for a little bit, so it's not perfect, but that's okay because I also didn't do my hair. I feel like this whole idea of Gothuary is very, it's not about perfection. It's more about, you just kind of feel blah. And so we're just going to glam it up. So we're going to leave everything the way it is. But I am going to start with an eye primer. As soon as I figure out, where it is. So I'm actually going to use the Milani eyeshadow primer. I learned about this from Emily Noel. She raves about this stuff. Yes, it is drugstore, but it's one of those that really works like a high-end type of product. So every once in a while, because I don't use it a lot, it gets a little oily at the beginning, so I try to, squeeze it around, but then I ultimately have to kind of mix it up on the back of my hand. But I want to make sure that I have enough because there are some shimmer shades I'm going to use, and some I'm going to use some blue shades, so I definitely want to make sure that that stays on my eyelid and doesn't transfer or fall. So hopefully this will be enough. Put a little extra on there just to be on the safe side. Okay, and then I am going to give that a minute to kind of dry down a little, because I'll show you what I'm going to use today while that is setting down. I am going to use my Pat McGrath Labs Mothership Mega Celestial Odyssey palette. I got this as a Christmas present a couple Christmases ago, and I really love the colors and the shimmers. Oops, trying not to show my whole background. But I think what I'm going to use is probably this peachy shade kind of all over the lid. And I really like this shade down here. So the peachy shade, this one, I think it's called Sunrose Amber. And then this one here in the middle is kind of more of a teal blue. And this one is called Nirvana. And so I'm going to use those two. But because I want to add a little more depth to the blue, and the blue that's in here is a little more navy. It's not quite the one I want to go for, so I'm actually going to use the blue shade number 4 that is in the Chantecaille Black Jaguar Eye Quartet as well. This is a really pretty darker blue, and I think that'll help give a little bit more dimension. So I'm going to use both of those along with my Victoria Beckham black eyeliner satin cajole, and I'm going to use my Essence Lash Princess Mascara. This is the False Lash Effect waterproof version, so it has the blue detailing. And then I was looking at my lipstick collection and I wanted to do a deeper, darker lip, but then I was thinking, because I'm going to use blue and shimmer on my eyes, I should really probably tone down the lips. So I'm going to use my Diorific 074, which is this very pale nude lipstick. So I'm just going to put that on just to kind of finish the look. But this is definitely going to be a bolder, grungier, you know, type of look. So I think this has dried down. Yep. So I am going to start with my BK Beauty brushes, per usual. Actually, you know what I need to do is my lips, because they're feeling a little dry. So I'm going to get out that Chantecaille lip potion. I have this really cool retractable lip brush. Pretty sure I bought this off Amazon like 5 years ago. If I can find it, I will link it below. I don't know if I'll be able to find it because it's been so long, and I honestly don't 100% remember how long it's been, but I just feel like my lips need a little bit of nourishment. I just feel really dry. It's been a little cooler around here. It's finally warming up today, so, you know, it doesn't hurt to have a little bit extra there. So let's see. Oh, my brushes aren't here. Okay, I ended up taking some of the stuff to my bathroom because I was like, I don't have any makeup in here anymore. And so now I don't seem to have enough brushes. Oh well, we will work it out. So we're gonna take this shade. This might be too much. And I also bought this really cute little hand mirror. I got the silver, but it has the butterfly, and it's neat because you can actually fold it so that it stands up for you if you need to. And it does have a butterfly here as well. I love butterflies. So this is the one I had to get. And I just thought that the silver looked the nicest. They did have a lavender shade that I considered getting, but I don't know, there was just something about the classic silver that spoke to me the most. So that's what I got. All right, so we're gonna try and take this just into the crease a little bit. Doesn't need a whole lot. I definitely need just a smidgen more over here on this side. There we go. All right, and that's a really pretty shade. I mean, you can use this as a complete one and done shade if you want for every day, or I mean, it depends, of course, on your skin tone. Because obviously if your skin tone's a little bit darker, it probably would just be an even better transition shade for you than it is for me, because it is a little bit darker, but I just like that dimension for it. So now I think what I'll do first is I'm gonna do the inner corner in this kind of white shade. I'll have to look up what the shade is, but I want to add something just a little more not blue, I guess, and kind of, you know, because that'll give it that kind of moon sheen, you know. Oh, that is bold. Might have gone a little heavy-handed, but that's okay. This is going to be a bold look. I actually did this look already for the challenge. You can find it on the Warrior Queens site, and I'll have all that listed below. The deadline is February 4th, so I know that this video is going up a little bit toward the end of it. Always welcome to join in and create a look for yourself. You just want to tag Lorraine in your looks. And so that'll kind of be the moonlight. Now, I didn't do that in my original look, but when I was thinking about, of course, recreating it, I thought, why not? So now we're going to add that teal blue shade. And I am just using the same brush because I don't think there's any reason that I can't use the same brush. And let's see, I definitely need to clean that up a little bit. So we're going to take some fluffier brush and see about blending that out. Then we're also going to clean up that corner a little bit. So I'm going to take a smaller, fluffier brush, take a little bit of that white here, and kind of use that to also help blend out that teal now that it blended out a little bit more. And that helps give it a little bit more of that sheen and shimmer. But that's really pretty. It's definitely a little brighter than the look I originally created. So I'm gonna go do the other eye. I'll be right back. All right, so we've got that color everywhere. I think what I might do now is, got all these dirty brushes now I have to clean. I don't have the brush I thought I did. So I'm going to take this little pencil, I think this is an e.l.f. brush, and actually before I do that, I'm gonna do eyeliner. Because I want to give it some depth and darkness down here. And we'll use the little smudger that's on the other end. I'm just taking the side of it, and then we're going to connect that there. Now that is one wild wing. I did not mean for it to go out like that, but yeah, that's a bit much, even for me. So we're going to try and see if we can blend that in. I might need a brush. Let me see. It looks so different on camera, that black, like it doesn't want to smudge out, but I think that's better. All right, so now I'm trying to figure out how to do that on this side. Use them first. Okay, it is definitely bold, but it has all the elements, all the colors, all of the shading and everything that I want. I do think this needs to be a little more, get a little bit more of that green up there. There was still some on here. There we go. And then I am still going to go in with a little bit of that blue, and I think I'm just going to take my finger to apply it because it's going to go out here in this outer corner. And that's going to help also with mixing those colors together and blending them, is by adding that blue on that outer corner. It's not a ton, but it just helps to add to that dimension. So that is definitely very, very outside my comfort zone, bold, grungy, you know, just way out there for me. But I really like that it fits the mood of, you know, the look. I think those are really pretty colors together. There is a little fallout, but actually there's not much, so that's good. I am going to use the mascara and put on the lipstick, and I'll be right back. Okay, well, this is the finished look. I even have a little bit of a goth inspired top on. I did the natural neutral lip. And of course, with the eyes, you've got the shades of blue and teal, that white shimmer that I associate with, like, you know, the glow of the moon. And you've got that black for the trees that kind of, you know, all blend and meld together, and the tousled hair. And yeah, I am all ready for Gothuary. So remember that you should go follow Lorraine Johnson Coleman and the Warrior Queens. I will have everything linked below. The deadline for the January Gothuary look is February 4th, and there will be a part 2 to Gothuary, and I'm super excited for that because I have a completely different look planned out, but it will be just as bold and just as hopefully creative and different for me. So I am looking forward to sharing all of that with you. Thank you again for being here. I look forward to the next video, and I have some really fun stuff coming up. So please make sure you are subscribed and you hit the notification bell so you know every time I upload. Have a wonderful day. Take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and I will see you next time. Bye.